It's also a gun culture thing, right? The idea of a father gifting a child an AR-15 for their 14th birthday is psychotic. Like, we are so far removed from the, oh yeah, we live out in the countryside. Every young boy's got to learn to fire a rifle so they can hunt. Like, we're so far away from the platonic ideal of a child owning a firearm. Yeah, they called an AR-15 because you're supposed to wait for the 15th birthday to gift it. Vaush, I've been shooting guns since I was 8. Parents started me on a 22 and went from there, and we suburban as fuck. Yeah, and I think it's weird. I think it's weird. I do think it's weird. I think guns are neat, and I think we're kind of locked in with them in the context of American gun culture. I just think it's really strange how guns, which are exclusively tools designed to kill, that is what they do. You can go practice at a range with them if you want, but that's what they're for. Don't pretend otherwise. Ruben and Pigeon are playing. Like, oh yeah, we need to get like 10-year-olds in on this. Why? Genuinely, why? I don't get it. I don't get it. If you think it's a survival skill thing, like, there are way better things you can teach them. You know what I mean? For safety, that doesn't make anyone safe. No one in the world is made safe for raising children to use guns. That in no way, shape, or form is a culture that normalizes that one that is safer than one that doesn't. It should, yeah, it's indoctrination into gun culture. It is what it is, you know? People think about it, it's part of their life now. It's weird. It's just weird. Knowing how to use firearms literally prevents accidents. Knowing how to use a fucking power drill and a car press prevent accidents. You don't need to raise 8-year-olds from like, oh yeah, we've been teaching our son how to use like wire cutters since he was 6 years old. What are you talking about? Quit pretending it's about safety. Learning how to use grenades prevents accidents. True. I genuinely don't think the average American understands how psycho this is until they see, like, a black or Arab kid holding a gun. And then they're like, whoa, hold on a sec. Like, you'll get... Fox News will post pictures of, like, look at this radical Islamic family in North Africa where a family is all posing with guns. And the you know, that's crazy. And it's like, dude, they're literally doing what you do in Montana. It's exactly the same. Or you see a bunch of, like, urban thug young black men posing with their gun. You do the same thing! You just think it's normal because you're out there wearing camo to a fucking gun range like a psychopath. And like you're pretending that it's part of some, like, ancient tradition of Midwestern living. You know, when you're not hunting, you're not using your gun for anything. You're just fear-mongering over, like, the big happening. That's like showing them how to use power tools to prevent accidents. Yes, okay. Are you, like, genuinely, are you dumb? Do you think that's something that parents do with kids? Hey, 8-year-old, we're now going to train you every week on how to use a power drill in case you have to use a power drill. Mind you, a power drill is a tool that you use to improve and fix your home, and a gun is a tool used to kill people. Why would you? You don't need to. You don't need a lifetime of gun training to use a gun safely, okay? It doesn't take that long to learn how to use a gun safely. You don't need to, like, indoctrinate every child on normalize. Here's a little metal box you can hold, and if you use it wrong, you kill something. We're gonna, like, this is gonna be a part of your life from now on for some reason, even though you're under no threat and you don't hunt. Like, you have no reason to engage with it at this level. It's just a part of your life now. Why? What about teaching martial arts? What the fuck? There's no relationship. The only person who thinks there's a relationship between training children on firearms and martial arts are the psychopaths who think that everyday, like, concealed carry is necessary to survive in the modern America. Like, what do you mean? Martial arts is exercise. It teaches confidence, balance. Sure, great, you know, get into that. You're not getting healthier shooting guns. Do you all, like, concealed carry every day? Like, are you afraid of the cities? Is this a conservative did I go live to the wrong channel? Is this the wrong stream key? I don't get it. I don't get it. Did you see news of the mass karate chopping an hour ago? Yeah, it was brutal. Can it be okay to let a kid shoot a family gun if that's family tradition? I'm not here to dictate your life to you. I'm just saying that I think it's weird. Like, here's a killing tool that you objectively don't need. I'm going to raise everyone on learning how to use it. I don't get it. You know, it doesn't take that long to learn how to use a firearm. Like, sure, if you want to be a crack shot, if you want to be a marksman, which, again, you don't need to be, that takes training. But in terms of, like, safely using a firearm, it's really not that complicated. It's just a high-stakes thing to fuck up. Completely untrue. Muzzle awareness can take a while to learn later in life. Maybe for you, I got that shit down pat real easy. As a child, I would simply not give a child a gun. Oh man, the Europe. This is now I'm on the anti-gun side of the Discord. The Europeans are looking in from the window and they're like cackling at me. They're like, "This is what you get, American. This is what you get for facilitating the discourse." You know. Now we're arguing over whether or not 8-year-olds firing at the range is a no. It's not. They don't need to. They don't need to. It's not necessary. Is it legal to give your child a gun? Yes. For me, it's a gun culture thing. I think that like in a good world, guns just wouldn't really be a part of your learned experience. It wouldn't be a part of your life much, right? Like, is this not the peace that all true warriors strive for? Young man, why are you training with the sword? Do you fear the coming winter? Do you think there will be fighting? Do you hear the omens of war? Like, I feel like you should be learning how to pluck turnips from the ground. Go get a girl pregnant or something. I don't know. Why are you training with the sword? Were you not advocating for trans people to arm themselves a year ago? First of all, I didn't say trans people. I said left-leaning people, and I still believe that. Second of all, I said in a good world. But I don't think that, like, the project of arming yourself in anticipation of right-wing militias trying to occupy your city involves, like, training your 10-year-old at a range. You know, I don't think those... I think that if the big happening happens, I think 10-year-olds are probably just going to, like, shit their pants and cry and hide, and I think that that's what God intended for them. If they're too young for the sword, they shouldn't be getting girls pregnant. No, I'm saying they shouldn't be learning the sword at all. It's not an age thing. I just want people to be happy. I also hope it goes without saying that a lot of the people who are like the biggest advocates for guns in America are psychopaths, right? Like, we talk about guns in a kind of abstracted sense here on the channel, but if you go to a range basically anywhere in America, it's going to be like cops and chuds and fat-neck domestic abusers who, you know, whose children fear them. Not because they're cool or impressive, but because they're, like, emotionally unstable. And QAnon type. Yeah, like, there's a reason for that.